Hi everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Sam and Max Save the World. Well, what do we have here? We have a bear that we need to take care of because it's hypnotizing Myra. We have a glass of water sitting in front of her. We have a phone, or a microphone, Myra herself, a whole bunch of price tags, etc, etc, etc. But all she wants to do is talk to us.
I'd like to talk about that charming yet mildly insidious-looking bear on your desk. Can I see it?
I don't know, Sam. Can you?
May I see it, please?
No, you may not. And if I may say so, if there's one thing that grills my chicken, it's how our culture is in a state of modal decay. Can is not the same as may. Should is not the same as blah, blah, blah. Yak, blah, 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 blue, blue, blue.
Hopefully she'll be off on her tri-state nagging spree for a while.
Blah, 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 blah.
So let's take a quick look here.
I'm not touching that thing. I'd probably get shot.
Yeah.
May I have a drink of water?
Are you the host of this talk show?
No.
Then no. Blah, 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 blah.
Humanity's not safe while that mysterious little hypno bear is on the loose.
Are we part of humanity, Sam?
Not technically, but we're in danger too.
Blah, 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 blah.
Got a second, little buddy?
Now that we're big stars, I'd normally ask that your people call my people to set up a meeting. But since we're old friends...
We've got to stop this TV program.
Stop it? It's the greatest moment of my deeply superficial life.
Nonetheless, we'll be trapped here forever if we don't do something.
Look, unless you take out Myra or that bear, or both, you'll never stop it. I say, relax and enjoy the unreal, soul-hollowing ride.
That's not helping.
The real threat here isn't Myra at all. It's that bear.
I know. Nothing that cute should be allowed to exist.
It has Myra in some sort of hypnotic thrall.
You made that word up.
Possibly, but that doesn't make it less true.
Blah, blah.
According to the ultra-strict rules of talk show reality, we're stuck sitting over here, possibly permanently.
At least it's comfortable.
True, but we can't do much from here.
Celebrities don't always have to do things for themselves. They perform and have people do everything else for them.
Not being able to get up and move around drives me crazy.
We're on a talk show. Let's flap our self-important gums until the cows come home.
And that is all the hint you actually need.
Then I shall
right
return
there.
to the warm womb of manufactured celebrity.
Actually, we just got every hint we need to solve this problem during that conversation with Max. But let's see what we have the capability to do while we're here, huh?
Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
I'd rather talk about our smash hit sitcom, Midtown Cowboys.
Okay, let's talk. You two have become the new breakout stars of a flaccid, dissolute sitcom in its final days. How wonderful for you.
Thanks, we brought a clip.
You certainly did. I had a chance to watch it, and I refused to show it to my audience. It has a shocking joke involving a cow pie. It's a sad commentary on today's culture when the cow pie, once a staple of the American diet, blah, 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 yak, 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 yak.
I see why Myra only lets big stars on her show.
They're easier targets?
If you're big enough, there still might be something left when she's finished.
Blah, 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 yak,
But
yak,
apparently
yak,
talking
yak,
about
blah,
Midtown
blah,
Cowboys
blah,
gets us
yakety, yakety,
nothing
yakety,
we
yakety,
want.
yakety. Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
No.
I'd like to sing a song from my upcoming album, Feathers and Furious Scribbling.
I'm almost certain the audience might probably enjoy that.
Howling at that drifty old hunk of moon. She's at brunch today with some baboon. And so I wrote this extremely catchy tune.
Thank you, Sam, for putting the num back in musical number.
What a wonderful way to remind our audience that you don't have to be talented to be famous. And a perfect segue into my latest tirade about the lamentable state of modern popular music. I mean, blah, 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 yak, 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 yak,
Here we go again.
bloody, yakety, yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 yak, yak, yak,
So,
yak,
we
bloody,
can
bloody,
sing
bloody,
a
bloody,
musical
yakety,
number.
yakety, 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 yakety,
Anybody
yakety,
remember
yakety,
what
yak,
happened
blah,
last
blah,
time we sang a
blah,
musical
blah,
number?
blah.
At least after hitting
Blah,
the high
blah,
note?
blah, blah, yak, 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 yak,
Remember
bloody,
Specs'
bloody,
glasses?
bloody, bloody, yakety, yakety,
So we
yakety,
have a
yakety,
nice
yakety,
water
yakety,
glass
yakety,
right
blah,
here.
blah, 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 blah.
We have a
Blah,
bear
blah,
sitting
blah,
next to
blah,
it,
yak, yak,
and we
yak,
have a
yak,
sparking
bloody, bloody,
microphone.
bloody, yakety, yakety,
Let's
yakety,
see
yakety,
what
yakety,
happens with
yakety,
that,
yakety,
huh?
yak, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, bloody,
Testing.
bloody,
1,
bloody,
2,
yakety, yakety,
3.
yakety, 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 yak, blah, blah, blah.
I'd like to sing, if I may.
Is that wise?
Howling at that drippy old hunk of moon.
Whoa! Careful
Darn.
there, Tiger. That was wonderful. I'm so moved I almost don't have a long hectoring screed in me. Oh no, wait! There it is! Thank goodness! Self-referential songwriting is a dangerously blah 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 yak 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 yak. Blah blah blah.
And,
blah,
well,
yak,
we've
yak,
managed
yak,
to get
yak,
the
bloody,
water
bloody,
to
bloody,
break.
I think it's
bloody,
getting the
yakety,
bear
yakety,
wet,
yakety,
but
yakety,
apart from
yakety,
that,
yakety,
nothing's
yakety,
happening.
yak, blah blah blah.
Unfortunately,
blah.
we still want to get
Blah,
this
blah,
sparking
blah, blah,
microphone
yak,
to
yak,
shock
yak,
the
yak,
bear.
bloody, bloody, bloody,
Since
bloody,
we can't
yakety,
touch
I'm
it
not touching
ourselves.
that thing.
yakety,
See?
yakety,
Probably
yakety,
get
yak,
shot.
blah,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah.
So, what we need
Blah,
to
blah,
have,
blah, blah,
what we need
yak,
to have
yak,
happen
yak,
is
yak,
for
bloody,
her
bloody,
to
bloody,
move that
bloody, yakety,
microphone.
yak. Ah, yes.
And how we are
Where
going to
were
do
we?
that?
I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
It's involved in the one thing she's been trying to talk about this whole time. But let's talk about, let's see what Max has to say on anything.
I'd like to talk about me.
I prefer my guests' naked egos to be just a little less naked, dear.
Oh, absolutely, Myra. That's exactly what Reese Butterfingers told me when sniping river rats at Cannes. She thought I had the cool-eyed aim of a professional.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
I'd like to talk about myself.
And a project you're working on, perhaps?
You said it, Myra. I am an ongoing project, like a golden calf or a graven image. I'll only rest once people are sacrificing their firstborn unto me. Also, I'd like to direct.
Fame went to your head quickly, dear.
It's a short trip.
Indeed.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
Let's talk about you, Myra.
Me? What could anyone want to know about me?
Maybe they'd like to know how honored you are to have me, Max, brilliant actor and acerbic wit, on your show.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
Yeah, it's one step away from, let's talk about you. What do you think of me?
I'd like to mention my pal Sam, and something that happened the other day.
Anecdotes about other celebrities, even ones as dubious as you two, are always welcome.
Well, I was battering this purse snatcher with a broken parking meter and screaming, "Die! Why won't you die?" And Sam said, "You crack me up, little buddy."
The point being,
I cracked Sam up.
are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
We've exhausted all the other options, so now we do have to talk
There's
about
something
it.
you should know about that picture in the Times.
I'm not sure I want to know anything more. Maybe you big Hollywood types thinks it's funny to flaunt your polyplanetary pickups, but the rest of us find alien love triangles frankly disgusting.
But the photo is not quite what it seems.
How so?
It's not a picture of an alien at all. That's Hugh Bliss.
Hugh Bliss? The highly respected founder of prismatology? Don't be ridiculous. Why, I've had him on my show before, and he certainly isn't green. What are you really hiding?
How much I'm scared of being buffeted by another gust of Hurricane Myra?
Flattery will get you nowhere, mister. I don't know about you, audience, but as a girl, I was taught that flattery was the worst possible way to blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, blah,
So
blah,
that didn't
blah,
get her to
yak.
move the microphone.
Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
There's more you should know about that picture in the Times.
What's that?
It's not us. It's our evil twins, Saul and Mark.
I thought I was the evil twin.
Sam, I refuse to let my low opinion of you curtail my disappointment. Did you really think anyone would buy such an unbelievable story?
Is there a way to answer that without being lectured?
No, there isn't. You know, millions of Americans suffer from malevolent multiple birth sibling syndrome. It's no laughing matter. And for you to blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, blah, blah.
So we've got a few
yes.
more options to
Where were
work
we?
through here.
I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
Even though I'd rather talk about your cotton candy hairdo there.
There's more you should know about that picture in the Times.
What's that?
It doesn't tell the whole story. There's someone else involved. Someone the picture doesn't show.
How shocking. Who?
Now,
Philo Pennyworth.
As I'm sure most of you know, Philo Pennyworth is the actor who plays Mr. Featherly on Midtown Cowboys. And we happen to have him backstage. Let's bring him out.
so that's close.
Philo, give us your side. Is it true?
Myra, please, of course not. I'm a veteran of the British stage. I'd never be caught cavorting with a dog, a rabbit, and an alien. It's so 1997.
Yikes!
I doubt we'll hear a more terrifying denial.
This year, anyone who is anyone is all about birds of prey, ring-tailed lemurs, and Bigfoot. No one will ever take you seriously at the Globe Theatre otherwise.
And there you have it. I'm so shocked, I'm going to talk for at least the next 5 minutes about blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, yes. Where were we? Scandalous affair of...
Let's fast through that a little bit.
There's more.
What's that?
Since we've already done that, someone else
There are
involved.
still...
Incredible. Who?
Now let's see what happens when we put the soda poppers in there.
One of the soda poppers.
Oh, my. Which one?
That doesn't matter.
Peepers.
Really? Well, by amazing coincidence, we happen to have Peepers backstage right now. Let's bring him out.
And still not quite what we want.
True, Paul. All that happened was they snatched my lyrics.
I can't even imagine what horrifying act that's slang for. How are any of us supposed to listen to Burt Bacharach being interviewed without blah, 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 yak, yak, yak? Blah, 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 blah.
Okay?
Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love scandalous...
Let's speed through this.
There's...
What's that?
It doesn't tell the whole story. There's someone else involved.
You're joking. Who?
One of the
We
soda
can look
poppers.
at the other two soda poppers here for real fast.
Oh, my. Which one?
Specs.
Oh, my goodness. Well, audience, we just happen to
have
have
that
him
one too, huh?
backstage. Specs, come on out here.
How did I guess?
What are they f***ing about? The thing and I the instead of my brother. And to be honest, I regret it.
You mean you wish you'd your own brother?
Yes, I do. At
Whoa.
least he doesn't.
I am appalled. What kind of... Why, in all my years, I never blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Where were we? Scandalous...
One last
There's
soda
more you
popper
should
here.
know about that picture. And
What's that?
there are still others involved.
How shocking. Who?
And...
One of the soda poppers.
Oh, my. Which one?
Wizard.
Let's see if he's out of the bathroom yet.
Well, that's certainly an interesting accusation. We happen to have Whizzer waiting backstage. Let's bring him out.
I have no what they all that happened was they gave me a ketchup cake.
Oh my, I have no idea what that even means. And it may be the single filthiest thing anyone said in my presence.
I might be able to top it if you give me a chance.
I prefer that you didn't. In fact, our country's shocking fascination with the double entendre is wrecking blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, blah,
Okay. Let's go ahead and finish
Ah,
this thing
yes.
out the
Where
right
were we?
way.
I think we were discussing the alien love scandal.
There's more you...
What's that?
It doesn't tell...
Incredible.
Bessie Bovine, our co-star on Midtown Cowboys.
Oh my! Audience, shall we bring her back out again?
Nice derp face there.
At the risk of making the obvious comment, that was shocking. Is she breathing?
A little, but the creepy teddy bear is toast.
Nuts. I wanted to ask it a few questions, and maybe use it to hypnotize Katie Couric.
Another glorious dream bangs its chin on the dirty pavement. On the bright side, the audience is free to go home.
Oh, I was just getting warmed up. Do you think Myra will have us back on the show again soon?
Speaking of unlikely, did you notice we just had 2 cases in a row involving hypnotic mind control?
Complete coincidence?
Yes, I think so. The cogs of the universe synchronize in ways we're not meant to see.
Speaking of things we're not meant to see, there's a new restaurant at the zoo where you can eat what they feed the animals.
Empty popcorn cartons and cigarette butts?
And processed bread logs loaded with tranquilizers and antidepressants.
Bread logs make me logy. Let's head back to the cooking show set and see if we can figure out how to make fried pork rinds.
Okay, but I get the feet. Hiya, Sam.
Good news, Max. I think I just gave birth to a bouncing baby hernia.
Hiya. I got it. I got it. Ow!
Hello. Yes, Commissioner? Holy cap-wearing catfish plopping a crime beat. We're on our way.
Did he get the notes I sent him?
Yes, but he said to stop carving them into the suspects. He can't read them without his bifocals.
What if I just write bigger?
Forget that, Max. We're after the most infamous organized crime outfit in the city, the Toy Mafia.
The cutthroat killers with no respect for human life but an odd predilection for delightful children's toys?
The same.
I love those guys!
The Commissioner has reason to believe that the Toy Mafia's secret headquarters are located in the one place no one would ever suspect. Teddy Bear's mafia-free playland and casino.
The sallowest place on Earth? Oh, boy!
Well, it's not going to be all laughs and dyspepsia, little chum. It's a rescue op. The Commissioner sent an undercover mole to investigate, but he hasn't reported in weeks. Our job is to make contact with the mole and see if he needs help.
Is he a large, star-shaped mole, or more of a beauty mark?
No idea, Max. To find him, we're supposed to give the code phrase, "Does the carpet match the drapes?"
And what'll he say?
He'll say, "Well, I never," then smack me across the face.
Sounds great! Let's do this!
You know, I think they're gonna have a little trouble with that code phrase and finding the right mole. Could be just me, though. Anyway, as this has run a little bit longer than I'd hoped, it's time to cut the video. When we return, we go look for the mole at the casino. So, take care, folks. See you next time.